That's what I'm talking about, baby. We ain't quitting.
Oh, not quitting, no way. As a matter of fact, they are just getting started. The 110 best anglers in the universe. Bassmaster Elite Series getting going with this 2017 season. A couple of events under their belt already. Got the Classic out of the way, and now we get down to the true grind of the season. Tommy Sanders here. Welcome to Toyota Bassmaster Studios. Welcome, Davey Hyde. Great to have you with us today, Davey. And hey, it really does get grinding right now.
It does, Tommy. You know, we're really in the meat of the season for sure. Everyone paying close attention to the Rookie of the Year standing, Angler of the Year standing, and all the guys that maybe aren't off to the best start that they wanted are looking at the Classic cut. Everyone already thinking about the Bassmaster Classic.
Absolutely. Number 3 event on the way, ready or not, you got to take it to one of the most iconic places in the sport of bass fishing, Toledo Bend.
Well, Tommy, Toledo Bend, you and I both agree, is one of the best fisheries in the country. When I was fishing the Bassmaster Elite Series, when I saw that on the schedule, I just smiled. The diversity that you have there, you see people sight fishing, you see people like Kevin Van Dam fishing offshore, you see people fishing in between. It just offers so much, and it never, ever disappoints.
Oh, in these anglers' minds, it may be the #1 stop of the year. Certainly, as we say, an iconic place. And we take you back to last year, and an iconic figure in the sport of bass fishing making a huge splash. Boom! Kevin Van Dam on his way to an incredible 3 wins during the season in 2016. Now to 2017, first day, there's your leader, Jacob Wheeler, fishing his first complete season with the Bassmaster Elite Series, and he's having a great season, Davey.
He certainly is. He started it off on Cherokee Lake, the first event of the year. He put on a clinic that final day, was able to capture the win, and then here on Toledo Bend, he did it on the first day.
You know, starting off the year with a win on Cherokee, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything more. Life is good, there's no doubt. And to be sitting where I'm at right now on Toledo Bend, it's just one of those things when you're fishing, you go out there every day to try to catch as big a bag as you possibly can. And when you're sitting there, you know, pretty close to the leader in the lead, you just don't take that for granted, because you know that sometimes, you know, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna have those bad tournaments. But right now, things are rolling, and trying to keep that ball rolling is super important. There's one. Big and 2. Yeah, look at that. Awesome. Oh, it's a good one right there. There we go. Just triggering it up, switching that DT20 right there. Had to switch up a little bit of profile. Put that one here on the big side. Post spawn, good right there. Let's get back in there. Let's go. Let's go.
Definitely got it going here on day number 2. Jacob Wheeler, we're going to move from him, go on down Toledo Bend here, closer to the dam on the east side of Toledo Bend, and encounter the man who finished second to Wheeler at that tournament we mentioned, Cherokee, to start the season off. Another impressive guy fishing his first year with the Bassmaster Elite Series, Jamie Hartman.
Jamie Hartman is in the race for Rookie of the Year, but he's certainly not fishing like a rookie this year. Doing a little something different here. He's throwing a finesse bait, a shaky head, but he's throwing it on a bait caster with heavy line.
They'll slowly move up onto this shallow spot right here. But right now I can see them right in the channel. 17 foot of water. Come on, fish, get up there. That's big. That's what I'm waiting for right there. That's the ones I'm waiting for. Yes.
The more time we spend watching this man from upstate New York, and we have spent some time so far with him this season, the more it's becoming apparent he is definitely the real deal. And here on day number 2, he backs up his 23.5 on day 1 with 15.12 to take over the lead after 2 days on Toledo Bend.
Well, a place like this, there's no lead that's safe. I mean, you know, these guys, you'll see them come in, they'll have 1 8 or 9 pounder, like Christie had a 9 pounder. If he backed it up with one more big fish like that, I mean, you're seeing them come in with 1, but you can catch 2, 3, you can catch 5. They live here. You know, there's a lot of big fish, but there's a lot of water too. So it's a big, big, big lake. So we'll see about tomorrow. Oh my God. Come back, come back. Oh my God, yes. Boom, baby. Whoo. Bite me 5 times. God dog, dude.
Tommy Sanders, when you're at Toledo Bend fishing a Bassmaster Elite tournament, you know you have to have at least one big fish per day, and to get it early in the morning, well, that's certainly the way you want to start.
Oh man, Jamie Hartman certainly showing that he is in control here on day number 3. A huge lead at this point of the day. More fishing to come as we continue with day 3 when we return.
The Bassmaster Elite at Toledo Bend, presented by Econo Lodge, is brought to you by Joe Rotella, Triton Boats, YAMAHA, and by SKEETER Boats.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh my God, yes. Boom, baby.
Bassmaster Elite Series stop number 3, legendary Toledo Bend Reservoir here on the border between Texas and Louisiana, and Toledo Bend, just one of those incredible places where so much of tournament bass fishing was, if not invented, certainly perfected throughout the years. A lot of Toledo Bend to love too, 180,000 acres. We're going to go farthest up of any of our anglers we're watching on day 3, and that is South Carolina's Casey Ashley.
Yeah, Tommy, Casey Ashley has done an awful lot, including winning a Bassmaster Classic in his young career. And at Toledo Bend, he's doing what he loves to do. He's throwing a jig at isolated targets and really catching big fish.
Big one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Casey Ashley trying to back up his big day number 2, 23.5 plus pounds here on Toledo Bend. Some good success right there, and for the time being, he is on his way to doing just that. Well, let's head back down lake, back over to Jamie Hartman. Jamie Hartman, who's showing us that he's got more than one prong to his approach here today. He's doing a number of things, Davey, and Jamie Hartman doing a number of things well this season, as reflected in his Rookie of the Year points.
It certainly is, and when I talked to him every night of this event, he told me I'm junk fishing. Well, he's doing a great job of junk fishing. By that he meant I'm fishing offshore some, I'm fishing the bank some. Right here, he is actually sight fishing. He's got a nice one on the bed, and she's looking at it, he said, and I think she bites it.
She sees it. Woo! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's her. I mean, it's no freaking giant, but it's a dang good one. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yes. Now we got a bag, boys. We got enough.
As I mentioned earlier, you know you need a big fish every day at Toledo Bend, but Jamie Hartman has 2 big ones in his live well today.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe when he said enough, I got enough to be in the top 12. Well, here's some news for you. 17 pounds, 14 ounces on day number 3. That will get you the lead again in this tournament, heading into the final day with an advantage over the rest of this field. We got 12 fishing on the final day. Takeoff is underway right now. Jamie Hartman in the lead. Right behind him, we've got some tough hombres out there, including multiple Bassmaster winner Jason Christie, Casey Ashley, just 3.5 pounds behind. And how about a guy who won here 14 years ago, John Murray?
Quite a while since I've been on a Sunday, so I'm really enjoying it, really amped up about it, because they don't come around very often anymore. So when they do come around, you better get out here and go out there and have a good time today and enjoy it. Not much other to do than just fish hard and see what happens. You know, let the good Lord tell you what's going to happen. I'm not too worried about it. The key to me always on this lake is really pick an area and fish it. You start running this lake when it's windy, you're just gonna destroy your boat, destroy you, and I just don't like that way. I'll pick an area, I'm gonna fish it hard. If they're there, hopefully I'll catch a few of them. Well, it's a long, really tapering reef that the fish have sort of move up and down to spawn and move out and use it as a highway. So I figured I'd start with it. So I'm gonna saturate that area for a little bit, see if there's some keepers in there. There he is. That's a good one. Stay down. Ooh. Stay down. Stay down. Come on, buddy. You can't let them run too much. There's stumps everywhere. Woo! That's what's this out here. Fat pre-spawners. Man, that's what we want. Now that's the way you want to start. Looks like a crappie. I love it. I love it.
Big pre-spawn largemouth bass. John Murray is definitely pumped. Are we seeing the beginnings of a plan truly coming together at just the right time? The final fishing of this final day when we return.
There he is. That's a good one.
Final day on Toledo Bend Reservoir, 12 anglers out there. John Murray, the veteran, starting 4 pounds back, but it didn't take him long to take over the lead.
It certainly didn't. We've seen all 12 guys fishing differently, doing different things. I love what John Murray's doing, throwing this 5XD crankbait. He's fishing an old underwater foundation, and when he gets a bite on that crankbait, these are big pre-spawn females that you definitely want to take to the scales on Sunday.
Good one, big one. Oh no. Big one. Come on, buddy, don't. Hope it's a bass. I can't go too far. Gosh, dang it. Oh, it's hooked outside the head. I'm almost breathing. I'm almost breathing. I'm almost breathing. I can't stop shaking, but I'm almost. All right. Come on, baby. That is a Toledo Bend piglet. I have no idea, man. Thank you. Thank you.
About a quarter century of pro fishing, but obviously, Davey, the fire still burns pretty brightly.
John Murray has really got it dialed in. This foundation, he said he's fished many years. He knows it like the back of his hand. And the Toledo Bend piglets have certainly been there this morning.
Yeah, it's definitely a thought-out approach based on experience for John Murray, and I think he can give us a little more detail in our Skeeter boats Taste the Bait.
So yeah, anyway, this is a Series 5XD KVD special that has a wide bill. I got the bill to hopefully deflect off these stumps, and it's not doing that great a job, but it's the right size. These white bass are the exact same size. It dives perfect, dives in that 5 to 8, 10, 12 feet of water, and I guess more than anything, they bite it, so I like it.
I couldn't say it any better myself. Simply put, they bite it, I like it. That's all you need to know when you're fishing on Sunday.
John Murray having the dream day, the kind of day you dream about, and he's often dreamed, would he ever have a shot at winning one of these again? Well, he's done everything he needs to do to put himself in position to do it. Basically a two-man race between himself and this man here, Jamie Hartman. He was the leader to start this day, and now he's one of the guys who is chasing John Murray.
Oh my God.
coming back. Woo! Woo! There's my big bite, baby. Look at that, choked Zilla. Oompa freaking loompa. Whew!
The rookie from upstate New York staying on them all through these 4 days of fishing at Toledo Bend, keeping this thing tight. Meanwhile, this happened early this morning, an incredible display from Brandon Paulin.
Yeah, when you're catching fish, it's always fun, but when you're fishing on Toledo Bend on the final day, you don't just need to catch fish, you've got to catch big fish.
I've been really just scrambling around and fishing whatever the conditions are telling me, whatever I feel like the fish are doing in that moment. But it's Toledo Bend, man. They're out there swimming right now.
Oh, giant. Dude, giant. Oh, please stay on there. Please stay on there. Oh, gosh. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down. She's got it choked. Yes! Boom! That's the bite we needed right there. Oh, dude. Knocked my freaking push-pull in the water, but it's okay. It's not deep enough. It's right there. Yes! Dude, give me some. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, man.
Well, we said Brandon needed to catch some bigger fish to be in contention today. Well, there's your big one right there. Meanwhile, way up north in some very dirty water, Jason Christie is pitching the spinnerbait around cover, catching some really good ones.
Yeah, Jason Christie knows what he's around. Definitely don't take him off your radar yet. This was the big bass of day number 1, well over 9 pounds.
The first day I had a 9-pound, 10-ounce bass. That fish has kept me up there. I thought I could catch 14 to 16 a day, and that's what I've done. You know, that first day I just got that big bite, and it put me up there, and you know, that's the reason I'm here today. So I feel like I need a couple of big bites, you know, 5 to 6 pounders to have a chance. I'm just one of those guys, if it's my turn, then I'll get those 2 or 3 big bites that I need to have a chance to win.
Biggin.
Come here. Thing is barely hooked. I better grab her instead of swinging her. Not as big as I thought, but big enough.
That's really good stuff there. We don't see this a lot on Bassmaster television, but he's actually pitching this spinnerbait. The water's really dirty, and he's able to get real close to those targets and just pitch it in there.
Let's take a look at Casey Ashley. Started the day in 2nd place. Like many of these players, he started close to the bank on the start of the day, then moved out to his offshore spot.
He did, and he's really loving what he's got going on here. Shad spawn early in the morning, he's fishing offshore in the afternoon with his jig.
Game changer, baby.
And that's the way he's caught his game changers.
Quit all that jumping. Yes, sir. Whew.
Casey Ashley again starting the day in 2nd place, falling off the pace for a while, but ones like that, like he says, game changers. Got him moving back up in the right direction and over to John Murray.
I love what John Murray's doing here. He said, I like to get in an area and fish my style, fish different ways. He's changed up to a jerkbait now, and it's paying off for him.
Come on, buddy, still. God damn. and he ate it, and I got him in.
John Murray, and once again, you got to call it a career-type day. Just about everything he's trying today is firing for the veteran on Toledo Bend. Quickly, we take you back to Cypress Bend Park. It is weigh-in time, and as we pick it up in progress, it's going to be Jason Christie sitting there on the lead.
Looking for 20 pounds and an ounce. 24 pounds, 15 ounces. 24-15. Manny, Louisiana, get loud. Murray mauls them on Championship Sunday.
Murray with the lead now and only one guy to beat, and that's Jamie Hartman.
Jamie Hartman, let's get side by side, guys. We're going to decide this right now. 5 fish. Started the day with 56 pounds, 15 ounces. Looking for 20 pounds, 12 ounces. 15 pounds, 8 ounces. Murray mauls them on Championship Sunday. And right here in Toledo Bend, a lifelong dream comes true. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the 2017 Bassmaster Elite Series Toledo Bend champion, John Murray.
Oh, it has been a long time coming for this accomplished angler. Now he's got an Elite Series win, John Murray.
The Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Elite at Ross Barnett is brought to you by Humminbird, Nitro Boats, Berkeley, and by Mercury.
Always huge expectations for Toledo Bend, and year in and year out, Toledo Bend somehow manages to exceed those expectations. John Murray certainly exceeded our expectations. A masterful job, especially on this fourth and final day, catching the big ones, taking home the trophy, and maybe a surprise victor, Davey, but certainly not a surprise, and certainly a lot of support from his fellow anglers and the bass fishing public at large.
You're exactly right, Tommy. When you mention John Murray's name around any of the Bassmaster Elite Series fishermen, you're going to hear just a couple words. Great guy, good dude. Everyone has the utmost respect for John Murray, including myself. A lot of folks were certainly glad to see him raise that trophy.
Absolutely. That was stop number 3, and now we're on to stop number 4 from the huge dimensions of Toledo Bend. We're going to a place that's only a fraction of that size. We're going to Ross Barnett Reservoir in Mississippi. First time ever for the Elite Series anglers there. And as we take a look at our YAMAHA Unlock the Lake, we see a place that looks a whole lot different.
A whole lot different because it's a whole lot smaller, Tommy. The second smallest event of the year on the Bassmaster Elite Series, and a lot of guys were concerned, can it hold up under all the pressure? But you see 22 pounds, 3 20-pound sacks, and then several 19s. It certainly proved on day 1 that it can stand the pressure.
Day number 2, it's the rookie Dustin Connell of Alabama piling on and taking over the lead with over 36 pounds. And Davey, this veteran of the Alabama River, even at this young age, knows he can do something on the Pearl River as well.
He's certainly proven that after 2 days, but this being a small fishery, all eyes will be on Dustin Connell if he can do it 3 days in a row.
Dustin Connell, one of the graduates of the Carhartt Bassmaster College Series, making his mark on the Bassmaster Elite Series. Certainly a factor. Look at him in 7th place in Toyota Bassmaster Angler of the Year points. 3 events into this season and partial 4th. So Dustin Connell getting the job done as a rookie out there. And like you say, Davey, everybody's going to be watching him to see if he can keep it up, pull it off, and collect a win. That would be huge for a rookie.
Oh, get in this boat. Get in here. There we go, baby. Get in the boat. My goodness gracious. Man, did you see him boil on my bait? That's another good one. We over here sneaking around. I finally got him. God, you ain't never seen nobody dive down so quick. Get in here. That was a little better, boys. Boom, son, big old spotted bass, huh? Are you kidding me? I can't get away from the spots. That's a 3, 3.5. Gosh. When it's your tournament, I guess it's your tournament. I don't know.
It's hard to know at this point. You never know what's around the corner, but Dustin Connell, yeah, things are going his way. So far, after 3 days of fishing on Ross Barnett, knocks out 15 pounds and 7 ounces to retain the lead for the second straight day.
Let me hear you, Mississippi.
Well, understandably, Dustin Connell cannot wait to get to day number 4 in his shot at an Elite Series championship. There's his lead right there, and it's pretty darned impressive, especially on this place, which can be a little stingy. It's been inconsistent day to day, but here's the problem. Day number 4 may not happen on the next day. In fact, they're talking about canceling day number 4 in anticipation of a huge line of thunderstorms set to move through about morning, about takeoff time.
The conditions are the same for everybody. I'm done with worrying. I really am. I'm not going to worry no more. I'm not worried about conditions. I'm not worried about the weather. I ain't worried about the wind. I know how to catch them, and I know what I'm doing, and it's paying off. So I'm going to stick to my game plan. Also, if the weather does come in and they do postpone it, it's going to hurt me. I think it's going to flood the river. But we'll see what they do. I don't know yet.
As it turns out, postponement would be the decision, a 24-hour postponement. So instead of a championship Sunday, we'll have a championship Monday. And for a young angler, a first-year man, Davey, do you need an extra day to think about that, or is that not the ideal situation?
Well, Dustin Connell said, I'm done with worrying. That was his words. But the last thing in the world you want as a young angler and you're trying to win your first Bassmaster Elite Series tournament is an extra 24 hours to think about it.
24 hours is how far ahead we're jumping. Welcome to Championship Monday. The front is through. Everything looks different, Davey.
It certainly looks different, but a lot of these guys just don't know how it's going to affect their area coming into this Championship Monday. Will the water be up? Will it be down? Has it dirtied up some areas that they caught their fish in earlier in the week? It's going to be very interesting today.
Dustin Connell, he's got a lot of interest in those guys pursuing him, including some very big names. We saw 2 Van Dams in pursuit right there. For a rookie who's trying to keep his eye on the ball, you can't help but think about it.
I'm just ready to go fishing, man. I'm leading this tournament. I don't know what to say, man. No matter what, you know, it's been a great week. I don't know how the weather's going to affect them, but I can't ask for a better position to be in. I've got a 5-pound lead. I got to put my head down and fish and just go catch them. Leave it all out there. At the end of the day, however it folds, that's how it goes. But I've already won in my book. I really have.
Wow, that's just really incredible stuff there. Dustin Connell has dreamed since he was 12 years old, he told us, of being able to be here on this stage. And it's here, and he's getting quite emotional today. They're taking off going up the river, both Van Dams and Dustin Connell in one small area up the river.
Yeah, we'll take a look at this. About 17 miles up to the Pearl River proper right there, and Van Dams and Dustin Connell right there. And boy, things really do look different today, Davey.
They look different, but the good thing for Dustin, the rain that they were forecasting, 4, 5, maybe even 6 inches, that did not occur because it would have really blown him out up the river. It looks beautiful up there. The water's up a little bit, but not dirty. Should be able to catch them today.
Well, Dustin Connell and the rest of these 12 anglers all have their new game plan, or at least a little bit altered game plan, but planning for things, something Dustin Connell's pretty used to. Despite being a rookie, he has definitely got the experience under his belt. One of those graduates of the Carhartt Bassmaster College Series. Alabama alumni who actually has spent some time competing against in college an Auburn fellow who happened to have won the Bassmaster Classic a couple of weeks ago. Dustin Connell has got the experience, as do so many of these young anglers, that even provided the boat that facilitated the victory at our first event of the year at Cherokee Lake. So Dustin Connell now coming into his own here at Ross Barnett, and on this final day, oh, what possibilities he has before him.
Get in here.
It's one. It's one. It's a good one.
Dustin's got two patterns going on. In the morning, he's fishing a shad spawn with a frog and a swim jig, and then in the afternoon, he breaks out that flipping stick.
Plenty more of day 4 when we return. Back to Ross Barnett, and for the third time in 4 events of this season, we have on the final day a rookie well-positioned to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event. It has been a unique season, but we have seen some unique anglers, but they got guys like this to contend with, Davey.
Yes, Kevin Van Dam is certainly the King Kong of our sport, and when you're a young angler, whether it's your rookie season or just a few years into the elite, looking for your first win, the last guy you want on your heels is this guy, Kevin Van Dam.
Championship Monday, off to a good start.
You know, the last 2 days I've just made good decisions, and I got to move around and find the right kind of water right now. With all this wind and the rain we've had, it's really messed up a lot of areas. My style is I fish fast and cover water, and I've made the right decisions, and it's paid off for the last 2 days.
There's a good one, big one. That's been the old secret weapon this week, is the jerk bait. Not many people be thinking about throwing a jerk bait in scattered pads, but these fish are so locked on shad. There's another 3-pounder.
Quick start, fast start, very early start for Kevin Van Dam, and as a result, he finds himself in the lead. Ahead now, the man who started the day with the lead, Dustin Connell, but boy, he's got a lot of his productive water before him on this final day.
Try to run some of these pockets that are facing up the river, because after the big rain that we had, these are going to be protected. Current, I mean, the mud it hasn't got in here yet. Dose.
Dustin Connell with 2 fish, and right now we're going to show you, we just saw this catch from Kevin Van Dam, and as we look at it, understand that there may be some issues with this.
Yeah, Kevin caught this really good fish, but it got the bait deep. He's concerned about its health. He puts it in the live well. It's a solid 3.5-pounder. Tough decision whether to keep this fish or not, because he knows he needs a really big bag on this final day.
I need to let that one go. I want a chance to win. I need to have more than that. He ain't gonna make it, I don't think, if I keep him in the live well all day. Let it go while he's still. Man, it's a shame, because that's a tough choice. Let him do it. My biggest fish, I just let go, because he's got hooked in the tongue.
Tough decision as he lets go of that fish. He also lets go of his newfound lead.
Yeah, that's a really tough decision, Tommy. The final day, releasing his biggest fish in the live well, but I don't think anyone in this sport can second guess the decisions that Kevin Van Dam makes.
Meanwhile, over to Jonathan Van Dam, who's also very much in the hunt.
Well, so far this morning, I've noticed that there's been quite a bit that's changed from what I originally had been doing. A lot of this stuff just looks so good, like you could get bit on every cast, but kind of slowed up the last few days. A lot of the good areas got muddy, and some of them places, like this last place here, was dirty, and I was definitely not expecting it to be that way. So changing, you got to change with it. Good one. Big one. Stay on. Oh, he ain't as good as I thought. That's a nice one. That's 2 and 2 casts. One hammered it right before that too. So we need to hurry up. Get back in there.
Yeah, Jonathan and Kevin are catching multiple fish. When they find them on these little drops and ledges, they catch multiple fish. It's very important to get back in there in a hurry.
Let's get back up, way up the Pearl River to Dustin Connell. He's made the decision. He's going to be doing what he's been doing all week long.
I'm gonna do this the rest of the day. I ain't doing nothing else. Eventually, I'm gonna hit one in the head. They're still here, baby. I think that's 14 inch. They still biting. They still biting. Ain't that right? They still biting.
Dustin Connell sticking with his plan for today, and meanwhile, Kevin Van Dam, Jonathan Van Dam, having reason to, well, question their plan.
Everything got muddy, dude. Even all that backwater stuff's mud.
Yeah, I know it. So I don't know. That's what I'm hunting. It's all muddy too.
Is it? All right. Well, I'm gonna go up too.
The search for better water underway for Jonathan and Kevin Van Dam, and they're gonna make right now what we're gonna call our Mercury move of the day, leaving the upper end of the lake to go full steam into the Pearl River, up beyond and maybe even past our tournament leader, Dustin Connell.
What's this guy doing? Well, yeah, they must not be biting his old jerk plug. Or they might. I don't know. Please stay hooked. Yes! Yes! Whoa! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Hey, we ain't quitting. Biggin'. Oh, thank you, Lord Jesus. Oh, me. Oh, she could have come off. Dude, I seen it in her mouth. She could have came off. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Bacon. Yes. That's why I keep doing this. Yes. One more like that, baby. One more. Yes. We're gonna try. We're gonna make a run at it. Boom! Boom!
Boom is exactly right. Dustin Connell is certainly doing the right thing. He's put his head down. He's doing what he's done all week to catch a big fish later in the afternoon.
How about that boost of confidence at just the right time on the final day? Meantime, Kevin Van Dam has abandoned the upper lake in the Pearl River, moved back down below the bridge, and he's already replaced. He's got his limit now. He's replaced that one he had to set free earlier in the day, and now he's looking to upgrade.
So this spot right here, I fished in practice, and I caught a big one here. And you know, it's just protected behind all this wind. Same thing, you know, I know these fish are focused on shad. He's just right on the backside of this little island where it's protected. Tucked up underneath a little mat. Biggin. Giant. That's the one. Yeah! I knew I made a good decision. Look at that. Still wish I wouldn't have thrown that 3-pounder back though. That's a good call. Huh? Bam! Drop the mic. Yes. Last minute fireworks.
Wow, Kevin Van Dam doesn't like to slow down. He likes to throw that jerk bait and vibrating jigs like he's been doing all week. But when he does slow down, you know he's going to slow down in a very good area.
Well, what's going to happen next, we'll find out when we come back.
The Academy Sports and Outdoors Bassmaster Elite at Ross Barnett is brought to you by Hook, Minn Kota, Toyota, and by Power Pole.
Back to wrap up Championship Monday at Ross Barnett Reservoir here in South Central Mississippi, Ridgeland, Mississippi. A great host community here, a whole lot of hospitality that they have extended for an extra day. So hats off to everyone here for all that they've done for us as our anglers. They're on their way to the weigh-in.
I got a lot of people that support me. A lot of people back home too. You know, I want to win for them too. I think I'm short, man. We'll just see how it shakes out, man. I don't think I got it. I just don't think so. God, I don't want second place, dude. Oh, I don't want second.
It's hard to beat these guys, isn't it?
It's very hard. I don't think I did it.
You got one of the biggest killers on this tour right behind you today.
I know, he's probably got a giant bag. I mean, it is what it is. If he wins, it is what it is. I mean, I just...
Yeah!
I mean, he's King Kong, there ain't no doubt. But, dude, I did everything I could do today. I did not change anything. I stayed with it. Caught me a limit. I said, if I can catch a limit in one of those big ones, then I can win. But I don't know why. I just feel like somebody out here caught 19 pounds, 18 pounds, 17 pounds and beat me. I needed one more, dude. We'll see how it shakes out now. I don't know why I'm so shook up, dude.
Well, there's a guy that had me shook up a few times in my career, along with a lot of other folks, Kevin Van Dam. He's the last guy that you want to have to beat on Championship Sunday, but we'll see. He'll definitely earn it if he does.
Well, it's the assignment that every rookie wants to get. Get out there the fourth and final day with a shot to win. The only thing that complicates it is, as you say, Davey, to win, he's got to get past Kevin Van Dam. But here he is, Dustin Connell, needing 10-13 to win.
And now just two remain. Dustin Connell and Kevin Van Dam. Let's get side by side, guys. Let's get side by side. 51 pounds, 14 ounces. He's looking for 10 pounds, 13 ounces. 12 pounds, 15 ounces. 12 pounds, 15 ounces. And Dustin Connell is a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. Mississippi, let me hear you. College dreams to the Elite Series and back. Dustin Connell, a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. 4 events into his Elite Series career, and he conquers the King on Championship Monday.
Oh yes, bit of an emotional victory for the rookie there. Dustin Connell, that may well be the overstatement of 2017 so far, but good stuff from Ross Barnett, good stuff from Toledo Bend, and right now we want to take you inside the Shell Rotella Bassmaster Garage. And Davey Height, both of these final days, we loved them so much. It's what we like. It's 5 guys we're watching, each of them doing something a little bit different, but let's take a look at the prevailing styles.
Well, the guys that ended up prevailing and winning, they found something a little different than the rest of the field. John Murray was fishing primarily for pre-spawn fish. He was fishing a foundation that he'd fished in the past, and he was throwing a KVD, 5XD, Sexy Shad crankbait. And then Dustin Connell was doing something totally different. He was punching and flipping real thick, heavy cover, 1.5 ounce tungsten sinker, 3/0 on her hook, pocket crawl, 4-inch slim plastic trailer on there, getting reaction strikes, flipping his heavy sinker in there, dropping down, and when he got a bite under those mats, it was always a big one.
Well, both of those guys bringing the magic on the final day especially. That was stops 3 and 4. We're headed next to stop number 5, Toyota Bassmaster Texas Fest, and we guarantee you at Lake Sam Rayburn, they'll catch them. We'll see you there.